Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Mimi. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install butterfly locks. So I know I have showed you how to install butterfly locks in the past. So if you wanted to see like the basic installation method, just click on the links on this video and it's going to take you to the previous ones I have done. So but this is like a more advanced technique. I'm going to be showing you 3 different advanced ways to install your butterfly locks. So guys, stay tuned, pay attention, like this video, please subscribe, and thank you so much. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'm going to be right there answering all your questions. So now going into the style, first you can see the hair is well blow dried, and then the next step is pretty important. You're going to lay your foundation. So and your foundation is simply the braid down. So you're going to simply do a simple braid down on using the natural hair. So it's just 3-strand braid. It's pretty easy. I'm going to have another video on this. If you want it, let me know in the comment section and I'm going to make a video. This is the hair I'm going to be using for the most part. It's called free tress water curl hair. It's kind of similar to the water wave hair, and I guess you can use the water wave hair if you prefer it. This curl I think is a little bit thicker. And for this first technique, I am going to be unraveling the hair like you can see me doing. So unravel it, detangle it, and make the texture similar to the natural hair. And then I'm simply going to use a crochet hook and I'm going to install the extension to the roots of her natural hair like I just did. So I installed it in half. So you can see me placing it. So you want one end to align with her natural hair and then the other is going to hang out. And then the next thing I'm doing right now is that I am trying to shorten the length of her natural hair. So we're having a shoulder length butterfly locks. This step will be unnecessary if you were having a longer length lock. So we do not want her hair to be longer than the lock. So that is why I'm doing this. Very easy. You're going to use your crochet hook and you're just simply going to tug it in somewhere just to shorten it. So guys, it's very important that you have nail glue or any type of glue. So for me though, I prefer to use nail glue while doing butterfly lock. The brand is not very key. As long as the glue works fine. I'm not very happy or impressed with this particular brand, but it was what I had in hand. So now I've begun to install. So I'm simply like just wrapping basically. So I took one end of it and I began to wrap. So this is how I wrap, from left to right. Some people will wrap from right to left. However it is convenient for you, works. So at first, while you begin to wrap, you're making sure that it is smooth, giving like the faux locks illusion. So making it smooth. Then after you've wrapped maybe 4 or 5 times, you begin to use your finger. You use, like, watch very closely, you see me. So I'm going to like put my finger in between as I wrap, just to pull out the hair or separate the hair. So you can just watch. So you do that for a little bit, you wrap. As soon as you get down, I think I am at the length that I want it to be. So I simply pulled back the rest of the hair up, and then I'm going to keep wrapping back up. So that is basically it. So you pull back the hair up, see, like I just did. So and then you wrap back up. So wrapping back up actually has the advantage of making your braids, I'm sorry, not braids, your locks in this instance, chunkier. So if you want thin locks, so you probably do not need to wrap back up. So once you get down, you can simply like use your glue. So now I've wrapped back up, and then using like a small piece of hair, very key, using a small piece of hair, I am simply going to knot first, which I already did, and then using the nail glue, I am going to just put just a tiny little bit and then I'm going to wrap it around it. And here is the result. So that is how that came out. That is traditional butterfly locks. If you want to see this very clearly, if you want to see that very, very clearly, I would suggest that you hit on the link right now on this video. It's going to take you right back to it. So I've done it in the past, and I showcased it very much clearly how I was able to put my finger in there to achieve that. So hit that link so you can see a video for that. So this particular video is not going to be about that. I'm going to show you like a different method which I used. So this is the second method. Now you can see me holding an already made butterfly lock crochet, like a crochet ready-made pre-made butterfly lock. So I am simply going to attach it to the hair. So if you have an idea about how to do soft locks, that will come in handy now. It is very similar. So I am simply attaching it to the hair. Note, not the roots like I did the previous one, right? So I simply attached it to the hair, making it secure. Again, I am gonna shorten the length of the natural hair, because remember what I said before, the natural hair shouldn't be longer than the length, so we want it to be properly tucked in. So once I've done that, I am gonna attach the free tress hair, which is the water curl hair. See, I unraveled it again, as you can see. So I'm going to attach that to the roots. So one thing to note, what I'm trying to show you here is that I did not use the same quantity I used in the previous one. In the previous one, it was thicker. So but now I'm using like a thinner version of it. I'm using less hair. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm using less hair here because we already have like a chunky pre-made butterfly locks. So this installation technique will come in handy if you were having long butterfly locks, let's say to the mid back, to the waistline. Some people be having it up to their butts. So this will really come in handy. So you simply like would attach it or will install it as if you were doing soft locks, only that as you go you're going to still be creating the butterfly yourself, and that is what I'm doing now. So just like I did before, I made the top smoother as I wrapped, and then I am simply going to be creating the butterflies using my thumb. You can see that. So I'm simply going to be creating the butterfly as I go. So because again this is a shoulder length, it's not one of the long ones, unfortunately I am going to have to wrap all the way down. So if it were long, you wouldn't have to do that. You'll probably just wrap till you exhaust the hair on your hands or something, or wherever it is you choose to stop. So but because like I said, this is short, I'm going to wrap all the way down, and then when I get down, I'm again going to fold it back up like I did the previous one. The only difference here is that I am using this pre-installed one compared to how I did it before, using only the water curl in this instance hair. So watch really closely as I do this. I'm going to fold it back up. So I didn't realize that this was a little bit out of camera. I apologize for that. So what I am doing right now is that I am trying to make sure that the length is the same. So I am comparing it to the previous ones I installed to make sure that the length is the same. You do not want a long one, a short one, you know, you want them to be around the same length. So every time you do this, you have to always measure the length to compare it with the other ones to make sure that they're the same. So now I think I adjusted the camera so you all can see clearly. So you see that I folded it and now I'll keep wrapping. So once you run out of hair, you simply just add hair and keep going. So that is what you do. So if you keep watching, you're going to see me add hair. I'm going to show you how I'm able to add hair, and I'm also going to show you a whole lot of other things. So guys, stay tuned. You're going to gain a lot from this video, I promise. So you can see I am wrapping back up, but even as I wrap back up, I am still creating my butterflies. So this is one method. So if you want to go by this method, it will be if you want like a really distressed, like a super distressed butterfly look. So also this will also come out to be more chunky or chunkier than the regular method. So I wrap back up, and again I'm using my nail glue and I am sealing it like that. And it's done. It's done. So now we have all three of them. All three of them. Look at them real closely and let me know which one you prefer. They look quite similar. So the first two actually is, I use the same technique for the first two. So the third one is what is different. So I have only two techniques here. So now I'm going to be showing you the third technique. So this third technique, watch really closely, is what I'm going to be using for the rest of the hair. So the first thing to note is I did not unravel the water curl hair. I'm using the water curl hair. I'm not going to be using the pre-made crochet hair. I'm only going to be using this water curl hair, and I am not going to unravel it. So remember in the previous one where I unraveled it first before I began to install. So for this one, I am simply going to install it as it is. But I'm pretty much going to still be doing the same thing. What I mean by the same thing, making it smooth at the end, at the roots. You can see me making it smooth at the roots. And then I begin to create my butterfly locks using my thumb. So I'm just showing you up there, reminding you all how I installed the first one, the difference, how I did not have to unravel, or how I had to unravel the hair. So just pay attention to what I'm doing. So pretty much with the hair in its natural state, the water curl hair in its natural state, I'm just gonna be doing it as I go. I'm gonna use my thumb and I'm gonna keep going, and then again, see, I am trying to measure it. So one thing to note is that as you get to the middle and the top of the head, the locks become longer. So always just measure it to know where you are supposed to stop, and then you fold back up. That is literally all you have to do. So this is already giving me the look that I desire. I'm simply sealing it right now with my nail glue. So we want like a not just a distressed, we want it like fluffy kind of. I don't know how to explain this, but on my website this particular style is called the butterfly locks deluxe. It's called the butterfly locks deluxe, and you'll see why once I am done. Wait for it. So far so good. Here is what it looks like. So if you didn't get it the first time, here is another chance to get it. So if you didn't see me shorten the hair before, I think this particular video is more, it makes it easier for you to see me. So again, I just attached it to the roots just as it is, no unraveling, no detangling, see? And then I am going to be wrapping. I did not mention pearl. One thing to note while wrapping, making it flat at the roots, is that make sure the hair is not curly as you wrap. Make sure it is flattened on the surface of the hair. So the hair is curly naturally, so you just try and flatten it out as you wrap. So now this part, I am adding the boho hair. This is what is giving it the whole deluxe name. So it's called the butterfly locks boho deluxe. I just butterfly locks deluxe. We'll be coming up with all manner of names for these styles, but yeah, I just added my boho piece. I wrapped a little bit and left it out. The same way, literally, you add boho to braids, to like less braids. The difference is that you add it, you braid down a little bit and you leave it out. But this one, I added it. I did the locks for a little bit and then I left it out, just making sure it is secure. And then I kept locking, and then I get down, making sure that it's the right length, and then I fold back up. That's it. See, I am adding hair. I told you, if you stay tuned, you won't regret it. So see, I ran out of hair, so now I have to add hair. So, and that is it. So just watch really closely. I'm not sure this can really be described. So I simply add hair and I keep locking to finish up, like when I run out. When you get down, if you use a long one, it's going to keep hooking as you wrap. It's going to keep like, it will bother you.
Make it longer? Or
no, you can always cut. That's another problem. It's going to bother you when you wrap with a long piece.
Oh, okay.
When you're down, it's going to be hooking like on your wrist. These things you learn from experience. So note now that I am pulling out a tiny piece of hair to seal it. So I had like all this chunky piece at the end, and you cannot seal it using a chunky piece. So you pull out like a tiny piece, and then you knot, and then you secure it further using your glue. So I knotted it like 2 times or 3 times, and then you go ahead and you seal it using your glue. You can prefer to not knots and just go ahead and seal it using the glue if you like, but I just like to feel confident that it is properly secure. I don't want a situation whereby the client is going to reach out to me complaining that her hair came off or whatever. That has never happened, and it's because I take these measures. So you see the loose boho piece. I am going to be adding this boho pieces only on a few hair. She doesn't want it that much. So depending on how much you want it, you can make it like all over the place, or you can just make it just for a few of them. So I'm going to be adding them in strategically. So this is me wrapping and flattening out the hair as I wrap. So if you watch closely, you'll see me do that. And then think about now I'm going to begin to do the butterflies. So you see that using my thumb, I'm still wrapping in the same direction. The only thing is that I'm using my thumb to interject. So that is all I'm doing. So as I wrap, I'm going to put my thumb like somewhere in between to just like interject the process. And then I do that for like maybe 3 times, and then I wrap normally again for a couple of times, and then I use my thumb again. So you do that on repeats, steadily on repeats until you're done. So most likely it gets to a point where you run out of hair and you simply like just take more hair and then you keep going. So there's my assistant helping me sort out the hair as I go. So how are you all liking it so far? Do you think it's coming out great? Let me know in your comments. Let me know. So I think I showed you guys the process well enough. So I'm just gonna time lapse and so I can be done. See, my client is exhausted. So if you're asking or if you're curious about how long this took, it took just a little bit less than 6 hours to get done. I think 5 hours and maybe 30 minutes, something like that. And here we have our butterfly Locs deluxe, our butterfly deluxe, our butterfly deluxe. Here is the finished product. Yep, we just went from the side parts to the middle parts. Which one do you prefer, the side or the middle? Let me know as well in the comments. Let me know.
Say, put it back. I'll wear it like this though.
Do you think she should wear it like this? The bun? Do you prefer the bun? Let me also know in the comments. So guys, do not forget to follow me on my social media channels. Follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. It's Glam with Mimi W. It's gonna be in the description box. Also, if you want to collaborate with me, send me an email, info@mimsempire.com. That will also be in our description box. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. I love you all. And you can stay back and watch me do the bun if you like. I really had fun doing this hair, and I had even more fun styling this hair. So you can stay back and watch me do this if you like. Bye bye. See you in my next video.
Ah, that's so true. She looks like she's getting married.
Happy I convinced you to get the boho pieces. There's so much you can do with it. And these ones are so easy to maintain, so trust me. This particular ones. All you have to do is mix it up. Goddess. This is goddess vibes. Who says you're not a goddess? A person's a hater.
Yes.
everybody here. I did. Why you out there acting like you did it?
Oh, do one where you go to the bathroom and I record one of your clients like, oh, and this is what I did, guys.
Let's watch some winter
I just
slowly.
finished. Oh.
Now go. Yes, go, queen. This is giving. Who said this was a giving again? Let me hear them.
Nobody.
Spin her around. Let's get the bed. Yes.
Watch the cry.
Queen vibes.
Yeah.
See them parts. See them curls. Go. Your bed is gonna be lit.